leaders are not actually born. Leaders are made. If they were born leaders, then we are all born leaders. Because when God created man, he said, and let them have dominion. That's why we said there's a leadership seed in everyone, but the making of its reality is each one's responsibility. There is no making without responsibility. You can't make soup without getting the ingredients and putting them according to their respective proportions and placing it on fire and then heating it to a particular temperature to make it sweet to your taste. And so you have the facts, you now begin to process the facts to give you your end product. No matter how born a leader you are, if you are not processed, your leadership will never see the light of day. So there is a processing that guarantees the end product. You are not born into it. You are born with it. You now grow into it. Not everyone born a prince ever becomes a king. I think that should ring a bell. The vision of your mission is the gateway into your leadership destiny. It begins with a vision. Understanding your reason for living. Lay hold on God's purpose for creating you and sticking to it. So, it's unveiled by vision. It's driven by passion. It's activated by planning. It's engineered by sacrifice. And it's actualized by a tireless pursuit. Many people are sleeping with their vision. That's why their vision looks like untrue. Because they won't do anything that is required of them to make it grow and blossom. So it's very important for us to please know that a vision is only the number one step. It does not bring you to the platform. Until you discover your purpose, you never become a leader. You don't change level without writing tests. There are tests you need to write before you move from primary 1 to 2, and from primary 6 to GS1, and from GS3 to SS1. You keep writing exams if you must change level. Your look doesn't matter. You have to still write the exam. Your punctuality doesn't matter. You still have to write the exam. Even though you have your hobbies, it takes your book to pass the exam. Your book is the principal requirement for passing exam. It's not your hobby. Singing may be your hobby. If you don't know the book, you will fail. That's why in this kingdom, every exam is tied to the book. So after all the dancing, after all the jumping, after all the humor, after all the drama, if you don't check the book, you fail. Now, the only guarantee to change level is to be addicted to the book. Joshua 1:8, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Not if you shout, if you diligently hearken to my voice and understand what I'm saying and go ahead to doing it, I'll be changing your level by myself until I set you up above all nations of the earth. Because we have a new generation of believers now who think that fun is what makes a new generation. That is a new degeneration. Will there be ever a time in any school where books will not be relevant for passing exams? In fact, it's the only thing needed for passing exam. So whatever day the study of the Bible is substituted for any other spiritual hobby, you are finished. You know what Jesus said? One thing is needful. It's not your title. There are many title bearers without entitlement. All other forms minus the book makes a failure. This book minus every other form will still make a star. So you make your choice. You never come across any man addicted to the dictates of this book who is not distinguished. I've always said it takes a serious approach to secure a glorious result. So how much of the truth in this book I adapt myself to determines my leadership rating in the ultimate. I said, you know the difference between wine and every other drink. Wine has a very strange lifespan. You have some wines today that have been 200 years old. There are 1870 something years old of wine still in the bottle and still glistering. When you partake of the wine of the world, you live under its fresh influence perpetually. I had a word back in 1970. God is not slow, and it kept ringing forever. God is not slow. That imparted upon my life the spirit of patience in the pursuit of every discovery I make in the world. If you have been here, Lord, our brother will not have died. He said, forget it. When I come, everything answers to my authority. So God is never late. I had that 1970. That is 36 years ago. That's the wine of the world. So life is reduced to a burden except you are running with a vision or burning with a passion or trading with your talent. But should you get to a point in your life where you don't seem to know which way is the right way for you to go, you get back to God. Lord God, what is your plan for me? Because if you follow your own plan, you will pay the way. And no one has the power to pay that.